DJ and PK, the Utah Mammoth beat the New York Rangers 3-2 at Delta Center on Saturday night. It was a game where Utah took a first-period lead, fell behind in the second, and won it in the third on Hockey Fights Cancer for the Huntsman Cancer Institute and the Huntsman Cancer Foundation. A special evening ends in 2 points for the Mammoth, who finished the evening at 11-8-3 and 6-2 and won at home as they ended Saturday night back in that playoff spot in the second wild card in the Western Conference. Nobody hotter on the Mammoth right now than J.J. Peterka. He's got 6 points in his last 6 games and 5 goals in his last 6 after he netted his 9th 10:08 into the first period.
McBain zips it back up top. Schmidt opens fire and no goal, and it's in. They score. Utah muscles one across the goal line to take a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Rangers tied it up. We were 1-1 after 20, and on to the second we went. Utah got the first 4 shots in the second, but it was New York taking a 2-1 lead. Artemi Panarin, now 5 goals against Utah in the NHL, the most that any skater has scored against Utah. Artemi Panarin, the breadman, and his 5. But it lasts for just 2 minutes and 26 seconds before Captain Clayton Keller picked up a puck, pushed it under the bar into the net, and it ultimately counted.
Yamamoto right down the middle. Yamamoto fumbled it, and then Keller scored. No, it's off the pipe. Whoa, 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 whoa. And the horn goes off here.
I wonder if that was league initiated, Mike, of some sort. And you don't usually see that, Mike. The league telling the timekeeper, hey, hold the phone, sound the horn.
8:21 to go in the second. Clayton Keller has scored to tie the game at 2.
And then in the third, Utah broke the tie. Nick DeSimone, who did not play in the first month of the season as Utah's extra defenseman, re-entered the lineup 2 weeks ago yesterday, and he scored a couple of big goals for the Mammoth. The first one spurred the comeback down 2-0 against Buffalo back on Wednesday, November 12th at Delta Center, and then on Saturday he'd get the game winner in the third period.
Centering pass in front for Yamamoto. Slap shot, DeSimone. They score! Nick DeSimone pulls Utah in front, and it's 3-2.
In between the pipes, Karel Vejmelka had a nice evening for Utah on Saturday. Veggie stopped 20 of 22 to improve to 9-5-2 on the season.
Alexi Lafreniere shoots off the pads of Vejmelka. Rebound loose. It's still carrying around, and it bounces just wide. Vejmelka was scrambling in net.
So Utah now 10-2 this year when they score 3 goals or more, as they did on Saturday night at Delta Center, holding on for the 1-goal victory, a 1-goal lead they held for the final 12:28 of regulation. Let's hear from head coach Andre Turdy from after the game on Saturday night.
Saturday night against the Rangers, 2 points. What a beautiful night in Utah, eh? That's, cannot be more proud of the battle level, the way we drove the net, the way we moved the puck quick, and we won battles, forwards. And there's a lot of guys I'm proud of. A lot of guys, that's what I said in the run to the game. There's a lot of guys who could have or should have been on the ice in the last minute of play. Had to pick guys, but it was fun to coach that game.
Pre-game, we talked about momentum swings and managing those. How do you feel your team fared with those, especially later in the game?
Oh, really good. I think we, when they score in the second, I really like the way we respond. We had a tough shift in the third where we turned it over, and then Cruz line went on the ice, and we talked on the bench about momentum and how to get the momentum back, and they did it big, not just by their decision, but they scored a goal on top of it, playing the right way on that shift. So that was good, and we need to give credit to Veg because that key moment, like you just mentioned, he made key save.
when it comes to the messages you guys have talked about the last couple of days, the adversity they're learning from, I know you said you're proud of this group to have that performance, but what else does a performance like that say about the ability to rebound when they need to and come back and have a bounce back?
Yeah. I have no doubt about it, but having that said, the New York Rangers, as I say in the narrative of a game, it's a really good game. It's a really good team. Same thing then Vegas was and will be. They have a say in what will happen on the ice. But what we could control, we did it with pride, with intensity, with focus, with determination. So it's good. I'm happy about the way we play, but at the same time, it's midnight rules, great, celebrate, good job, but doesn't mean anything anymore. We just have 2 more points. We need to be ready for the next game in front of our fans against Vegas and have a bounce-back game.
You said yesterday that the problem was the battles, in front of the net, in the corners, whatever it may be. Do you think that was the difference in tonight's game?
Absolutely, it was. Well, how did we score the first goal? That's exactly that way. How did we score the third goal? That's exactly that way. You go on the whatever ESPN or whatever the SEG or whatever the TV you want to look at, and you look at all the goals in the NHL tonight. The way we score, that's the way the NHL score. The seam, backdoor, and this and that will be probably 30% of the goal. The goal are Gracie driving the net, getting a stick on the rebound, getting shot with point shot with traffic, those kind of goals. That's the way the NHL works. If you want to be successful, you need to be heavy inside. You need to go inside. And tonight we were competitive. We're underneath on the net and made a difference.
Well, J.J. Peterka's a goal scorer. 27 goals last year in Buffalo, 28 the year before that, and up to 9 now on Utah, which is tied with Logan Cooley and second on the team behind Nick Schmaltz and his 10. But J.J. Peterka is coming hot for that team lead in goals, and we heard from J.J. after the game.
Nick DeSimone on the bench just called this a bounce-back game. How would you characterize the performance you guys had tonight?
Yeah, I think just a good team effort throughout the whole game. Even when we went down tonight, we just kind of found a way to get back in the game and just kind of like sticking to the game plan.
Net front presence seemed to be a big emphasis and theme tonight. Can you explain a little bit of the mindset going in and what you guys were looking to accomplish with that?
Just competing harder. I think that was kind of like the message over the last couple of days. We kind of got a little away with that for the last couple of games, and I think today we did a much better job just getting in the shooting lane, getting a screen, getting second chances, so that kind of like gave us the win.
Karel Vejmelka, really big saves, especially there at the end. What do you see of him tonight?
Yeah, I think just a super consistent game. Huge saves, I think, also in the third there with like 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds. Kept us in the game the whole game, and we did our job on the other side.
After that high-event first period that saw shots 13-12 in favor of the Mammoth, Utah outshot the Rangers 21-10 the rest of the game. They didn't have a power play on Saturday night, and they held New York to just 2 power play situations, killing a big penalty in the third period with the 1-goal lead. Utah now has not allowed a 5-on-4 power play goal in 12 straight games. The Rangers came into the game 7 for the last 17, hottest power play in the NHL since November 8th. Let's hear from Nick DeSimone after that game-winning goal for the Mammoth on Saturday night.
What's your season been like, the journey for you? How have you been able to stay ready for big moments like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just my job to be ready, whether I'm playing or not playing. Just being in a good mood and being grateful for every day and showing up. And, if I'm playing, just try to do what I can to help.
How big was Veggie's save there in the third period that helped kind of springboard your opportunity?
Yeah, he had a few of them. He was great all night, and obviously, we love playing in front of him, and we know what he's capable of making those big saves. So, yeah, it's fun to watch.
I know you like to bring stability, obviously, now that you're in the lineup kind of consistently, but does the confidence build with each game for you personally?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of personal belief, and that's been through experience and over the years. But yeah, anytime you can kind of get in a rhythm and play with great partners. Any D in our core is great to play with. So that gives me a lot of confidence as well. So just trying to go out and play my game and have some fun with it.
Is the game-winning goal the best birthday present you've ever had?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a great question. I'd probably have to say something my wife got me. Can't think of that right now, but.
And we're going to do it all again coming up tonight, and we're going to do it against Vegas, 7 o'clock at Delta Center. Second meeting in 5 days between the Mammoth and the Vegas Golden Knights. Most disappointing, most frustrating game of the season on Thursday, and a 4-1 Vegas win. Utah was disappointed about that one. Went back to work Friday at practice, got back to work Saturday, and looking to get redemption against the Golden Knights at Delta Center coming up tonight. 7 o'clock face-off. We'll be on the air 6 o'clock on Hockey Night in Utah right here on the KSL Sports Zone. And as always, we invite you to join Mike Folta and myself from Mammoth Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, Monday through Friday, Apple, Spotify, on the Utah Mammoth YouTube page, on SEG Plus as well. We're with you 30 minutes every day, giving you all of your exclusive Utah Mammoth content from your radio broadcast team. It's our Monday morning power play today on the show. Tomorrow, our Tuesday mailbag. So we'll see you at Delta Center tonight or here on the radio, and talk to you, as always, whenever works for you on Mammoth Daily.